Welcome back. Great to have you with us here for our second match of this on this Sunday morning. Great to have you with us. Hope you enjoyed the final of the Casablanca Spring Challenge. As promised, now of course the subsidiary final. We've got grand champions in the white and turquoise shirts out there against the boys from Mexico. Let me quickly give you a rundown of who's who. Let's start with our friends from Mexico. We've got two sets of brothers. At number one, Carlitos Crescida, playing our 4 goals, and then at number 3, Nano Gresida, also coming in on 4 goals. Those are the first 2 brothers, and then we've got Alejandro Gonzalez and Andres Gonzalez. Alejandro playing the number 2 position, and Andres the number 4 position. And for grand champions, Jonathan Hayes playing at number 1, Sugar Erskine at number 2, Tomacho Pierres at number 3, and the man who's on the ball right now, who also played yesterday in the Governor's game, Mr. Nick Roldan. Great to have him with us. And at first, a shot on goal for Mexico. Very nicely done. And I'll just wait to confirm the number on that player's shirt. They're a little bit small, and we have got the sun in our eyes, so I'll tell you, it definitely was a Gresida. And question, of course, is which one? There's 2 out there. It's the number 1. It was Carlitos Gresida picking up the first score here for Mexico. And away we go. Very quickly, the ball's thrown back into play. Erskine leaves this one behind for Nick. Nick Roldan, of course, a man who is dangerous anywhere on the field. Open backhand, but not quite where he wanted that one to go. So, and as I said, we will have the full prize presentation of the subsidiary final and the final, of course, right after this game. But now a knock-in coming. Oh, nearly stolen there by Sugar. Umpire says play on, you have the advantage. Here comes Mexico. Being told there to go and take it himself. There is the pass. And a little deflection. Roldan just not in the right place at the right time. Carlitos again on the move. Needs a little bit of backup as Alejandro Gonzalez tried to get to that ball in the nick of time. But Nick Roldan very quick. I told you he is very dangerous. But a lot of work going into this to try and reclaim possession by Gonzalez. To no avail, as Nick Roldan says, thank you, gentlemen. Mi casa, no su casa. Little turn, umpire says play on. There was no relative speed there for there to be any potential danger. Nick with a cut shot. And now it will be Carlitos. Sugar with a backhand. Left now for Andres Gonzalez. A lot of talking going on out there. I think it's fair to say that both these teams still have a little bit of first chucker jitters. Very nice ball up to the number 3 to Nano Gresida. And he will go for the direct touch or the direct hit just wide out on the far post. And that will bring us to our first courtesy change. And a chance for me to tell you how they fared in their semi-final, which of course they lost against Avatar. And in that game we had a slightly different lineup. We had Santos Bellini coming in, as well as his dad Juan Bellini, who then got injured, got substituted by Colo Gonzalez. But we did have Carlitos Gresida. He picked up 2 goals, one in the first and one in the 5th. And also Santos doing very well on the day. But Alejandro / Colo Gonzalez, they did most of the goal scoring, and all in the second half in Chucker 4, 5 and 6, but it just wasn't enough. They had to concede 6 goals to 12. Avatar, as we know, having made it through to the final, but weren't able to take it all the way. Are now, of course, the official runners-up. We will see them on the prize at the prize presentation and at the podium a little bit later on. As grand champions are the first to come back out onto the field, led there by Mr. Nick Roldan. So the spring season very much up and running and on its way with this Casablanca Spring Challenge. Remember, there'll be polo here every weekend, every Friday, every Sunday. Would love to see you down here. Mexico now also coming back out onto the field. Some hefty discussions going on there between the two sets of brothers. So, what was that famous quote in that film with Johnny Depp when he said, "Are you a Mexican or a Mexicant?" I think these guys are definitely Mexicans. I'm very fearful for Argentina when it comes to the Football World Cup. Yep. A little bit fearful there. Here we go then. Chucker number 2, but just... He certainly was. Here we go then. Ball's back into play, and it's possession for grand champions, who seem to be finding their rhythm a little bit quicker. That ball's going to go to the boards by Sugar Erskine. Quick line change, leaves it behind. In comes Tamacho Pierres. And he will send that one over into midfield to Nick Roldan. And he'll be looking for Sugar. That's a great pass from Nick. Sugar should take this one. Bouncing ball, a little bit unlucky. As Mexico will have it. It'll be the number 3, Nana Gracida. A little unlucky there, but what a stellar pass there by Nick Roldan. And he'll be doing that hopefully all day long. Mexico once again now in possession. Let's see if they can get it over the halfway line. It'll be Nick Roldan. Beautiful pony he's riding there. Again, this time looking for Tamacho on the near side. Very difficult to try and get a piece of that. At least a clean piece. That ball going out of bounds. With a little under 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first chukker. Still that one goal so far. The only goal being scored by Carlitos Gracida. Mexico have it. Bring it back into play. Little unlucky. But nice positioning play here from Mexico. There he is again, Gracida. He's got a man on, he knows it. Down comes the hammer from Sugar. Nicely picked up there by Gonzalez. Left behind now for the second, his brother, Andres Gonzalez. He's within range. Has to just try and get through that last little bit of traffic in front of that goal mouth. Picked up again by Erskine to try and clear it. Mexico starting to find their rhythm. Broken play. Roldan, cheeky but effective steal. Nick will hammer that one out to the boards to feed it up to Tamacho Pierres. Opens up his pony very nicely. Sugar will tuck in behind. There he goes. Still Tamacho. And that, I believe, is what you call a coast-to-coast. Well done. It all started with the pass from Nick Roldan and then Tamacho Pierres. No-nonsense Tamacho, they call him. Just taking that ball, running with it, and just waltzing through that Mexican defense. And picked up his first goal, making it a goal apiece. Let's see if they're going to be quick enough for another throw-in as the clock ticking down to the last few seconds here. We will get another throw in just before that first horn. Little touch there by the number 1 by Jonathan Hayes. All of a sudden this game becoming very much alive. The pace. And now then, Roldan Needed a little bit of help, having a little bit of issues there with his pony, not quite responding the way he wanted. And I believe we have some Mexican royalty in the house. Good afternoon, ladies. Good to see you. So far, they're doing very well. It's a goal apiece. Just the right time for you to put your hands together. Give them a little round of applause. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Chukka number 2, a goal apiece. We saw one by Tamacho Pierres, a cracking run coast to coast, and then we saw one by Carlitos Gracida. Welcome back now to Chukka number 2. It is the subsidiary final of the Casablanca Spring Challenge, and I'm pretty sure it will be, to say the least, a very temperamental match here between Mexico in the green shirts against grand champions in the white and turquoise, and of course also the host of this Casablanca Spring Challenge. Oh, that's a nice ball up to the number 2 for Alejandro Gonzalez. Gonzalez with a cut shot. Not quite what we thought was going to happen. A little cut shot is what was needed. Just went wide. So now back to Senor Roldan. Nice little ball up to Tamacho Pierres, and we know what happens when those two play together so well. Still Tamacho is going to go for the direct hit. Can he outrun? Nice little bump there. Mexico, all hands on deck. The clearance shot, not quite where it's supposed to go. And that looked for a moment there like it could have been a buried ball, but play continues. In comes Gracida. It's on the boards. Sugar. Nicely done, just the delicatest of touches. Picked up now by Alejandro Gonzalez. Now then, let's see if Carlitos can get onto this. He's got Sugar behind him. Carlitos, Gracida. Just wide. Just wide. Oh, I think somebody moved that goalpost. Very unlucky, but cracking pace here. And away we go. Grand champions. Ball being brought into play by Nick Roldan. Still Nick, bouncing ball, great control. That's another monster shot. My Spanish isn't that bad, but I can't do Mexican. Little backhand shot once again from Nick Roldan. Mexico have it. Another cracking shot, but gives it straight back to Nick. He'll take that ball off the boards. Still Nick. Now remember, he can shoot from anywhere. Here it comes. Little deflection. Left behind. For Tomacho. Now, what does the umpire's hand do? It stays down, goes wide. Little unlucky. Let's have a look at the clock. Little over 4 minutes remaining here in the second. Play is called. Mexico adding a bit of salsa to their game here. Yeah, ball went out of play. I know. So that will bring us to our courtesy change as yes. Okay, I've just been told that two of the boys are. Well, which ones? Because we've got two sets of brothers out there. Mariano and Carlos, yeah, very German names, yes. Or the other ones, okay. Okay, so there's a bit of Mexican-German thing going on. We like that. I do remember that we did have the... Gotcha, because you know that in Mexico we had, Volkswagen had the biggest Beetle factory for many, many years. So, we are very fond of the Mexicans in Germany, very fond. Right. A goal apiece, 3:50 on the clock, and so far still anyone's game. But I think it's fair to say that the pace has been exceptionally high from that first throw-in. It's also been very clean, not really much for the umpire to have to whistle on. Now remember, of course, if you are watching here live at the field, you can also watch on air. We are live on broadcast, so go to YouTube and you can watch all the different angles from the center cam, the drone cam, and of course the end zone cam. So if you want to go into your mobile telephone, go to YouTube, look for Chucker TV or CTV Sports, and then you will have the live broadcast brought to you, of course, by CTV Sports. Here they come, the Mexicans. Bitte schön, immer ein Vergnügen. Always a pleasure, never a chore. We're going to continue with a knock-in, or rather a hit from the spot in favor of Grand Champions. Nick Roldan just showing what he's capable of doing. Now, Nick Roldan, of course, another half German. His mother is from Germany, and his father's Argentine, which is why he's so good looking. Exactly. So a very international affair here this morning, and that is about to come to an end. It's 5-12. And Grand Champions on the move. Tomacho Pierres will pick this one up, turn it around. Look how quickly Nick was there right with him. And I said that combination, Pierres and Roldan, lethal. And Nick just decides to send another little bit of a signature pass. And again, not quite hitting the target. So just venting a little bit and just flexing his muscles by showing, what he's capable of doing. Nick Roldan, of course, one of the very few people who can cut a ball so finely. Seen him score some incredible goals over the years from the most unbelievable angles, but now it is the turn for Mexico to try and get a little bit deeper into the field, onto the half of Grand Champions. Remember this field running north to south. Grand Champions at the moment playing towards that south end as Mexico playing towards the north end. Pick up here by the number 1, Carlitos. That's a nice little pass into the open space. Roll down with a bump and a ride off. Taking care of Nano Gracida. Still Nick. Couldn't control it. The backhand, but to Macho Pierre. Another one of those all-rounders. Always in the right place at the right time. Chips that one. Oh, look at that. Control there by Nick. Brings that ball to a standstill. Now then, who would he play this one to? Mexico marking up very nicely. Decided to play it to Sugar. Sugar just trying to take the pace out to wait for that ball to come to him as opposed to him going to the ball. Rarely works. Mexico able to steal it back. Gracida. Big swing. Maybe that was all intentional as he plays it now towards the boards. And you can see that two-man line of defense here. Pierre is in Roldan, making sure that nobody gets too close. Oh, another big swing. And now it'll be the turn of the South African Stewart, a.k.a. Sugar Erskine. Can he take it all the way? He's done very well. A bouncing ball, a little bit of help of the pony. I'm sure he won't mind. Cracking goal here by Sugar Erskine. Took a bit in the making, took a bit of time in the making there, but eventually the score, and that will bring us to the end of the second chaka. The Mexicans have gone deadly quiet here. I'm sure we'll reactivate them when we come back. Stay with us. Chaka number 3 on its way. Here we go then, welcome back everybody. Chukker number 3 upon us. And interestingly, I've just been informed, which is very nice to relay on to you, for those of you who of course are familiar in the world of polo. We've got Memo and Ruben Gracida coaching the Mexican team here this afternoon. A warm welcome to Memo and Ruben Gracida. Thank you very much for also being with us here on this subsidiary finals Sunday of the Casablanca Spring Challenge. Casablanca, of course, and the very dear Stephen Alexander, a big thank you to you if you're watching this in Argentina, being the official apparel and merchandise partner and official supplier also for technical equipment, Casablanca, as Nick Roldan just puts that wide, but ever so slightly. That could have been goal number 3 for Grand Champions. Not on this occasion. So here we go then, knock-in coming. The boys in green have it. Gracida. Monster shot out to the left-hand side. And that ball, unfortunately, will just bounce over the sideboard, so there'll be a change of possession. Grand Champions keeping Mexico very much locked in their own half. Roldan with another one of those monster shots. I believe there might have been a slight little deflection there, the ball going out of bounds. So Nick very much again just showing his very capable ability, especially with those long balls. Here we go then. Next attack on goal, little backhand. Nick now he's also a master with the under the neck. Ball just trickling over the back line, so pressure and power play here by Mexico on Grand Champions, who at the moment seem to be struggling just to get out of their own half. Again, Stuart Sugar Erskine coming in very, very deep and very early. Again, Nick Roldan stopping that next attack. Roldan takes the ball around the bend. Here comes the under the neck from Nick. Try and get another piece of it if you can, but again, that ball just going out of bounds. So a bit of gridlock here for Team Mexico. Next knock-in coming. Over on the far side, Gracida, not there quick enough, beaten again by Nick Roldan. Bouncing ball, never an easy play to retrieve possession of the ball, but they have it, and yeah, he's on the ball again, has to now leave and make some space here, and this could be a break for Mexico, but Tamacho Pierres came straight back with him. Still Nick working very hard here. Roldan turns on the inside. He's got Gracida, nicely done. Well, a little bit of a miscommunication there. Erskine just thinking he needed to support Roldan in his endeavours. And now he is the last man standing. Nicely done, back to Nick. So the give and go here between Erskine and Roldan. Well, for the first time in a long time, Mexico get over the half line, and now Carlitos Gracida. This looks good for Mexico. A bouncing ball, that's very unfortunate. And that whistle, I don't think could come a moment too soon, will allow the players to go for a courtesy change. So stay with us. We'll be back in just a few moments after this very quick courtesy change. here we go. Then players are back out on the field, at least most of them are coming back out on the field. We still have a little over 3 minutes to play here in the first half. It's been an exciting game to watch, a little bit thin on the ground as far as goals are concerned. Just the 2-1 at the moment in the lead for Grand Champions Polo Club. We saw a cracking run by Carlitos Cressida just a few moments ago, was not able to put the ball between the uprights. So let's see if this little rather lengthy courtesy change, especially now with the temperatures in the high 80s, I think about 88, 89 degrees, has or will make any difference for the players. Mexico, they're just having a little team talk there with their two coaches, Memo and Ruben Gracida. Play will resume, of course, where that just before that whistle came for that courtesy change. Okay, I think we're ready. Yeah, the umpire's call plays. The Grand Champions will knock things back into the into action. Here we go. Roll down. That will go over the halfway line, and it'll be picked up by Erskine. Erskine up against Nano Gracida. Little under the neck on the near side. One of the most difficult shots to play. Picked up now by the number 4, Andres Gonzalez. He, of course, playing alongside his brother Alejandro. And then the two Gracida brothers, Nano and Carlitos. Left behind. Very nice. Andres. Straight down the middle. Gracida. Surely this time. And just not getting it through, and on the doorstep, Mr. Nick Roldan. Not only a big hitter, but also somebody who has an incredible sense of anticipation and knowing where to be at what time. And that mobilizes everybody now from Grand Champions back into the half of Mexico. Surrounded there by two attacking players. In comes Tomacho. Yeah, has his pocket picked. Now then, can Mexico take advantage of the fact that there might be 2-on-1 here? Now, well, this is exactly the thing. You need to be quick. Gracida, deflection. Who can stop and turn first? It could be Jonathan Hayes. And Hayes will say, muchas gracias. I believe that's Spanish. There we go. I do try. Here we go. Under the neck, it's going to be Nick Roldan. Still Nick on the boards, up against the number 1, Carlitos. Gracida. Another one of those epic monster balls. And turned around by Carlitos Gracida. Now then. Plays it across the field. Told to leave it. Wants another crack. Yeah, suggesting he take the man, Nick Roldan, to allow Carlitos to play the ball. Nick will send it back down the boards, and unlucky that went over the boards, as there'll be another change of possession. But I think that will bring us to the end of the first half. Thank you very much, everybody. Little round of applause. So just the 3 goals in that first half. I'm sure that'll change when we come back. Stay with us here. CTV Sports subsidiary final, Casablanca Spring Challenge 2026.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Gave me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
Right then, thank you very much, Mr. Gonzalez. Thank you very much. So here we go then. The second half. Welcome back to Casablanca Spring Challenge subsidiary final. We're going to continue where that last chukker ended. And it's going to be it from the spot in favor of Mexico, taken here by Andres Gonzalez. But grand champions, clearly, you can see they're out there with a mission, and that mission is to win this subsidiary final. And that mission also applies to those in the green with the red numbers. The boys from Mexico, that looks pretty good to me, but let's see what the umpire says. Yeah, but I think that was well, to me it looked like a goal. The umpire thinks it was a goal. What does the center cam say? Yeah, it was definitely a goal. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, Andres Gonzalez picking up a very nice goal, and the 12,563 of Mexican fans completely losing it here. You can maybe hear it in the background. Here we go, on the halfway line. Mexico now have the equalizer, and this could be the catalyst to get them going. over on the far side. Alejandro Gonzalez leaves it for his number 4 for his brother Andres Gonzalez, and all of a sudden Mexico are coming very much alive here in the 4th of our 6 chukkers. Little under the neck shot, and that ball just going out of bounds. Now, will it be another? Yes, I think it will be another safety. That ball coming off a defending player. So another big opportunity here for Team Mexico. It looks like it's going to be Carlitos Gracida. He at least is teeing up that ball. So, ball is teed up nicely. Umpire has called play. Now let's see if the 4-goaler, that is Carlitos Gracida, can put this one through. There's a goalless 3rd chukker. And they've only scored, and only he has only scored so far for Mexico. This not only would be his 2nd goal. I have to correct myself. We just saw a goal, of course, by Andres Gonzalez, the equaliser. I was going to say that could have been the goal that put Mexico in the lead. Wasn't to be on this occasion. So Grand Champions now once again in possession. A good 5.5 minutes left on the clock. And this pressing that Grand Champions were doing very much in that 3rd chukker seems to be now the strategy of Team Mexico. And now we could have a 2-man horse race. Who has the faster horse? Roldan checks. Starts to work that ball nicely. Allowing a little bit for his teammates. Erskine to come back and lend him a helping hand, I should say. Still Roldan. He's going to get lucky here. Ball fumbled right back to him, but Mexico doing a very good job here, utilizing the open space here on the near side. Gracida will send that one up, just a little short. Pierres not able to control it. In came the number 4, Andres Gonzalez. And now back to Camacho Pierres. Just taking the pace out a little bit. The Mexicans now very active. And that goal earlier on, as I said, has definitely given them a sense of urgency here to get the job done. Utilizing the open spaces a lot more and a lot better. Camacho needs to be careful. In comes Gracida for a challenge. Still Camacho. The backhand, and they need to turn quickly. And the first to turn will be Nick. Just to take Alejandro Gonzalez out of the equation. Changes over to the near side. Effective steal here by Gonzalez. Back to Nick. And that whistle at 3:30 will call for a courtesy change. So, Mexico very much alive and kicking here in this 2nd half. Let's see if they can take it all the way. You're too kind. I take that was for me, was it? We're back with just under 3.5 minutes remaining. Courtesy change. 2 goals apiece. And I have a funny feeling that this game is going to stay as close as it has been from the get-go. So from the spot, it'll be Nick Roldan to get the second half of checker number 4 underway. First man to get past will be Carlitos Gracida. Ball not quite going as intended, and now on the break, 2-on-1 here for Team Mexico. Trying to get a little bit closer towards that goal mouth, but look at this. Cleverly done, a mistake, and Nick Roldan will open up this pony. Watch it go now. Roldan, plenty of space, has the time, and I still wouldn't be surprised if he, just before he gets to that goal mouth, sends this one. Oh! Yes, I think we heard that, Nick. Oh, he was not happy with that at all. And that is just, well, that is polo for you. You do all the hard work. You get literally within a yard or two in front of that goal mouth. And then, for some reason, and it's happened to all of us, the best of us, for some reason that ball does just not want to go in. Maybe the South African Erskine can do a bit better. Tomacho Pierres gets into the thick of it, but Stewart, Sugar Erskine, surely he won't make the mistake, and the little backhand flick. Now, wasn't that ball already over the line? Either way, it's a goal for Grand Champions. And I think Sugar Erskine actually had done enough of that ball in its entirety to cross the back line. So, back to square one. Grand Champions in the lead by a goal, 3-2. They held on to that 2-1 lead until we came into this fourth chukker, when Andres Gonzalez got the equaliser. But now Grand Champions once again in the lead. Erskine, last man standing, decides not to play a backhand but turn the ball, using the boards even as a fifth man. Down comes the hammer, ball stays in play, and this could be a nice little pickup by Andres Gonzalez. Tomacho Pierres just gets there in the nick of time to steal it. Plays a very dangerous ball, but he had no choice to play it across his own goal mouth. The last few seconds before that first horn will blow. Still Nick. Still Roldan. Shakes off one defender, and now wants to lay this one up for Erskine. There's the horn. And Mexico able to clear it. Nick Roldan calling for a tail shot. He's still got about 15 seconds to put it through. Roldan, Gracida, and cutting across that right away. You might have seen it on your screens as well, as Sugar Erskine jumped straight onto that line. So we will have a chukker, and we'll come back with what I'm sure will be a penalty in favour of Grand Champions. Stay with us. Chukker number 5 coming up. Okay, we're back. We still have 2 more chukkers to go. This is still very much on the cusp. Anyone's game. Play is called, and as I suggested, that right-of-way infringement. No mistake there for Senor Roldan and Nick Roldan. First penalty, first goal from the line. And for the first time in this subsidiary final, Grand Champions have a 2-goal advantage. So, let's see how Los Mexicanos are going to respond. They've been going from strength to strength. And of course, at this level, you want to be winning these throw-ins to get yourself into that offensive mode. Gonzalez there working very hard to try and get that ball a bit closer. Nick Roldan now with a beautiful little open backhand right into the path of Camacho Pierres, who got a little bit lucky, and he will send Erskine on his way. Sugar corrects himself, nicely done still. Sugar Erskine is, I was going to say, happened to him what happened to Nick Roldan earlier. Does all the hard work, and then the finishing touch just not there to put the ball through. There's the backhand again from Pierres. Well, they've certainly been peppering that goal mouth. Oh yeah, oops. A little unexpected there for Jonathan Hayes. Didn't see that ball coming. And again, Mexico on the move. Gresida just taking the pace out a little bit. Still Gresida. And that's a monster shot now. Then let's see if Andres Gonzalez, surely here, he must put this one away. And that's how you get it done. That's how you get it done. Andres Gonzalez picks up a cracking goal, his second. Yeah, slight delay there in the Mexican applause. I think they were so flabbergasted they weren't quite sure. So just the 1 goal once again in it. That's been the tenor here of this match, and away we go. Look at this. All of a sudden, Mexico coming alive. It'll be the number 2, Alejandro Gonzalez on the near side. That could have, should have, must have been the goal to set them level. But all of a sudden, Mexico very much alive. Grand champions. Can they hold on to this lead and take it into the 6th and final chukker? That remains to be seen. But both of these teams very determined here. Both won it. Left behind once again for Nick. And yeah, look at that. From a standstill. Will that go and stay in bounds, or will it go over the back line? No, he just got a piece of it, did Gresida, beating Camacho Pierres. And Mexico once again on the move, but down comes the hammer from Nick. Gresida. And we have our next courtesy change. So just a very short break. We'll be back within 45 seconds to a minute. Okay, we're back, everybody. Quick courtesy change. 3:42 on the clock, and away we go. 4-3. Grand champion still holding on to that lead. I need to just get over the next 3.5 minutes to win this subsidiary final, making them third, of course, in the Casablanca Spring Challenge 2026. Nice little play here by Jonathan Hayes, but I think he might have just been caught offside. Or do we have a tack issue? No, we have a tack issue over on the far side. That was what that whistle was for. And as I said, we will have the prize presentation coming up after this subsidiary final, so do please stay with us. Tack seems to be in order, so we're going to have a hit from the spot. So yeah, there was, I think, a foul, a little bit of a late whistle there on Jonathan Hayes, and there'll be a hit from the spot, a penalty 5A in favor of Team Mexico. Or will there? Seems to be a bit of a discussion going on. 3:19 on the clock. Just, I believe, waiting for one player. So we did have a little tack issue as well. Just waiting for that one player over the pony lines to come back out. And then we will continue what now looks like to be a throw-in. Well, we'll wait and see if Dorignac throws that ball down. So maybe there wasn't a foul after all. So we're going to go for a throw-in. We'll have to wait and see what he decides. But yeah, it looks like we're going to go for a neutral throw-in. And here we go. Ball comes out, and Mexico win this throw-in, and that could be a little bit of a blessing. Roll down, straight away gets to it. Choosing to take the outer route. Still Nick wants it back. Erskine plays it nicely to Nick, and Nick will just hammer that one through, no mistake. Que golazo. Nick Roldan picking up his second goal of the match, restoring that 2-goal advantage. So a little bit more pressure now here for Mexico, with just over 2 minutes remaining here in the penultimate chukka. Let's see what Mexico can, or how they will respond. They need to win the throw-in, and again, it's gone in favor of grand champions. Oh, maybe it hasn't. Little deflection. Let's see if Carlitos Cressida can get to the ball before Erskine. Erskine sends it back to Roldan. Still Nick. Gets the call from Pierres, saying now he gets that ball. Again, a perfectly played pass. Pierres might want to finish it in one. Erskine coming in for the finishing touch. And that is a cracking goal here by the South African. Yes, even applause coming from the Mexicans. Yeah, you've got to give him that. You've got to give him some love. Well done. So all of a sudden, Grand Champions Polo Club really turning it on here. Now leading for the first time in this match with a 3-goal advantage, 6-3, and a little over a minute remain here in chukka number 5. Ball's back in play. Come on, Mexico. It'll be Tomacho. Up and backhand on a beautiful pony there from Carlitos Cressida. Nicely played by Erskine. Back to Pierres. But he's out there and he's on his own, and the ball goes over the sideboards. So we will have a change of possession in favor of Team Mexico. If at all, that horn will bring Chucker number 5 to an end. So Mexico down by 3, need to come up with something special. I'm sure they will. We'll be back in just a few moments for Chucker number 6. Okay then, everybody. Let's see if Mexico will be thunderstruck as we continue with Chucker number 6. They're down by 3. Very much doable, and an early goal would be just what the doctor ordered, or the coach's memo in Robin Gracida. And that could have been exactly that goal, but grand champions also very solid here in their defensive play. Roll down on the move once again, gets the ball over the halfway line. The call there for a back shot. Andres Gonzalez. And a little reverse play. Gracida out to the boards. In comes Tomacho. Erskine comes in, wants a piece of it. Still the number 2. Alejandro Gonzalez finds Gracida. Stolen by Erskine. And Nick Roldan Trying to just weave his way through that last defending player. And there is the shot out to the front door, looking for Jonathan Hayes. Come on, Jonathan. Gets a hook from Nano Gracida. A tail shot is heard and played by Sugar Erskine. And Nick will take the scenic route round the outside. Wait for it. Here it comes. Just wide. A little unlucky there. Just goes to show how important communication is within the team. The reaction very quick there by Sugar Erskine to play the requested tail shot. Nick could have maybe gotten a little bit closer. Not on this occasion. Here we go then. Mexico have it. And a whistle, which has been very far and few between here. It's been very clean, very fair, very safe above all. But also with an incredible pace here. So let's see what umpire joining act decides. Looks like it's just going to be a straightforward hit from the spot. A 5A. And I'm sure Nick would like to redeem himself by putting this one through. So roll down. Let's see if you can make this happen. I'd say about 75, 80 yards. Roll down. Hammers that one. Well, you couldn't play them better than that. What a cracking goal by Mr. Roldan. And that makes it 7. Nicely done there by Nick. And 7-3, that is an even taller order now for Team Mexico, but their fighting spirit will keep them going. Down to the last, a little over 4.5 to play here in the 6th and final chuck-up. Erskine, broken play, will take this one. He's got Nick to his left. Wants to tee it up nicely. Nick would like another one. He's going to get it. Now then, keeps his mallet down. Has he done enough? Has it gone over the line? It has. It has indeed. So Nick picking up his second here in the 6th chuck-up. This sounds a bit familiar. 8 goals to 3, 5 goals difference. We saw that in the first game, when Avatar then came back very strong, within 1 goal at one point. But Grand Champions clearly now here wanting to make a statement. Nick Roldan so far with 4 goals to his name. That makes him the highest goal scorer of this match. Andres Gonzalez, the highest for Team Mexico. And they might get another one here. Won't be surprised. Yep, there it is. Nicely done. Yep. So, 3:20 on the clock. And that will take us to our final courtesy change. So stay with us. That whistle will stop the clock any moment now. And then we will be back in just a few moments for the remaining 3 minutes and 7 seconds of this, the subsidiary final of the Casablanca Sprint Challenge. Well, indeed, that is the final countdown. 3 minutes and 7 seconds to be precise. Come on, Mexico. 4 goals is what we'd like to see here. And the ball's back in play. Grand champions very much on course. But I would like to see Mexico not only pick up another couple of goals, but finish strong. Camacho will send it out to the boards. Nick Roldan will pick this one up, has to lean far out of the saddle. Still Nick. Just tapping it in. Here comes the big shot from Roldan, looking for Camacho. That's perfectly played. Camacho, the one-touch polo, checks his pony. This could be goal number 9. And there it is. There it is. Camacho Pierres. He scored in the first. Thought he'd save the best till last. And he's done exactly that. Picks up his second goal, making it 9 goals to 4. Let's see if Grand Champions can get into double figures. Another great play there by Grand Champions. And back to the halfway line. Clock ticking down with just under 2 minutes to go. Remember, we've got the prize presentation coming up right afterwards. We'd love to have you stay along for that. And now Mexico. Open backhand from Carlitos Gracida. Picked up nicely now by Andres Gonzalez. Gonzalez, the highest scorer here for Team Mexico. Carlitos takes a swing. Decides to just put that one through comfortably. Well played. His second goal of the afternoon. Carlitos Gracida. 9-5. Hello, Dolly Parton. So 9-5, and by the time they go back to that halfway line, it'll be less than a minute, and that, by all optimism and by all positive thinking, I don't think is going to suffice in time, as Grand Champions did what they set out to do. Maybe they will get rewarded with that 10th goal. Mexico, of course, will do everything they can to stop that, and you've got to give it up to their fighting spirit. Well, we still have 30 seconds to go, and Nick would like to get that 10th goal. Will he take it all the way? The under the next shot, here it comes. And that, I'm afraid, will go out of bounds. And I'm pretty sure that the boys will call that game, set, and match. As you can see, they shake hands. So, congratulations, Grand Champions, winning the Casablanca Spring Challenge subsidiary final convincingly with 9 goals to 5. That's the final score. Congratulations to Jonathan Hayes, Sugar Erskine, Camacho Pierres, Nick Roldan, the highest scorer of the afternoon with 4 goals. Commiserations, but well played. The fighting spirit of the Mexicans. Well done, Carlitos Gracida. And then, of course, his brother, Nano Gracida, and then the 2 other brothers, Alejandro and Andres Gonzalez. Thank you also to our umpire, Gaston Dorniak. We will get everything ready for the prize presentation and then join us for exactly that when we return right here on CTV Sports. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's have all the players, please. 1, 2. Okay, let's start. With the final. Okay, ready, Steph? Okay. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sticking around for the prize presentation, and we are delighted to welcome Erica Gonzalez-Gracida up onto the podium, who is going to assist with the prize presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, I think before we start, let's give a round of applause for the two teams that made it through to the final and gave us such a cracking game. The Casablanca Spring Challenge. Give it up for Avatar and the Maltese Falcons. We're going to start with the runners-up, ladies and gentlemen. Erica, I hope you're ready. What a cracking game we saw. Avatar at number 1. Please step forward. The very talented. He scored 5 goals. Ryan Cronin. Well done, Ryan. Exactly. Thank you very much. At number 2, ladies and gentlemen, with that new spring look, it is, of course, Mr. Jason Crowder. One of my favorites. From Calgary, please give it up for the one and only Mr. Fred Mannix. And they call him El Guapo. It is, of course, Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Everybody give it up for Alejandro. And now over to the winners. And what a great semi-final we saw on Friday. And again, the performance today, absolutely top draw. The Maltese Falcons at number 1. Please step forward. Riley Ganzi. Well done, Riley. At number 2, Matias, a.k.a. Colo Gonzalez. Well done, Colo. And then, of course, at number 3, the Angola, there's Antonio Heggie. Step forward, please, sir. Well done, Antonio. And then last but no means least, of course, please give it up for Santiago Tocalino. Now, before Avatar exits stage left, we do, of course, have the award of the MVP of this, the Casablanca Spring Challenge 2026. And that goes to Antonio Heggie. Thank you very much. And now, of course, the moment that the team have been waiting for, the presentation of the Casablanca Trophy. Thank you very much, Eric. Now, you stay there. Well, you don't have to. Okay. Everybody, one more time, give it up, your champions, the winners of the Casablanca Spring Challenge, Team Maltese Falcons, Riley, Matias, Antonio, and Santiago. Well done, lads. Well done. Well done, guys. Thank you very much. And then, if we can have the subsidiary finalists making their way up onto the podium. Grand champions, of course. And Mexico. Yes, Erica Gonzalez-Gracida, we need you to stay there. Por favor. Have grand champions, please, boys, if you'd like to make your way up onto the podium. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Thank you very much. Once again, before we start, let's give a round of applause to these two teams. What a cracking subsidiary final, grand champions and Team Mexico. We're going to start, of course, with the runners-up. Ladies and gentlemen, please step forward. You know him, Carlitos Garcia. At number 2, give it up for the 4-goaler, Alejandro Gonzalez. And then we go back to Gracida. This time, please step forward, Nano Gracida. And then we also go back to the second. And remember, there were 2 sets of brothers. Give it up for Andres Gonzalez. Well played, Andres. And then over to the winners. And what a thrilling final. A subsidiary final we saw there. Grand champions, please step forward at number 1, Senor Jonathan Hayes. At number 2, Sweets for my Sweets, Sugar for my Erskine. There he is, Stuart Erskine. Well done, Stuart. And then at number 3, Senor Tomacho Pierres. Well done, Tomacho. And last, but by no means least, picking up 4 goals in the last 2 chukkers, the one and only Mr. Nick Roldan. Everybody, there he is, Nick Roldan. Well done. And then I think a final picture with the winners, maybe. Thank you very much to Erica Gonzalez Gracida. We will leave you with these lovely images here from a Grand Champions Polo Club, from all of us here. Thank you very much for tuning in if you watched at home. Thank you for coming if you were here this morning. Remember, the season has only just begun, the spring season, and we look forward to welcoming you back here any given Friday and Sunday. From all of us here, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Safe travels, and we'll see you very soon.